We will fight day and night to protect our human rights.
A celebratory crowd gathered in front of the federal courthouse in Brooklyn, New York, after a federal judge issued an emergency stay that temporarily blocks the U.S. government from sending people out of the country after they have landed at a U.S. airport with valid visas. The ruling by Judge Antonelli of the U.S. District Court came during a hearing called after President Donald Trump issued an executive order blocking people from 7 Muslim-majority countries from entering the United States and putting a temporary halt to refugee admissions.
We're going to have a very, very strict ban, and we're going to have extreme vetting, which we should have had in this country for many years.
The executive order affects citizens from 7 countries, including Iraq, Iran, Libya, Somalia, Sudan, Syria and Yemen, and affects even those holding green cards, which allows them to live and work in the U.S. There were tearful scenes at various airports as families with backgrounds from the 7 Muslim-majority countries were told they would be denied entry and deported following the immigration order.
If the government do something wrong with this government, we are not responsible, American and Iranian. What they can do? Why I have to be punished for somebody else's problem?
The reality is that Muslims that have legal permanent resident cards have been detained. Mexicans or any other people that have legal permanent resident might be next. We need to protect our rights. We need to stand up for each other.
Somali-born British double Olympics and world distance champion Mo Farah, who currently is at a training camp outside United States, took issue with the ban. In a post on his Facebook account, Farah said, "It is deeply troubling that I will have to tell my children that daddy might not be able to come home," to explain why the president has introduced a policy that comes from a place of ignorance and prejudice. Farah added that Her Majesty the Queen had made him Knight of the Realm, but President Donald Trump now seems to have made him an alien. The U.S. technology industry, a major employer of foreign workers, condemned Trump's immigration ban that affects about 134 million people from entering the U.S. Google sent out a memo to its employees urging anyone with a visa or green card from the 7 countries to cancel any travel plans. Airlines were forced to respond to the immigration ban, refusing to allow on board to the United States passengers from the 7 countries while refunding tickets and offering opportunities to rebook their flights. This include Emirates, Etihad, British Airways, Delta Airlines, Dutch airline KLM, among others. Iran, on the other hand, says they will take legal, political and reciprocal measures against the United States, but have not specified what the measures would be. Following the ruling, the Department of Homeland Security has confirmed it will comply with judicial orders not to deport detained travelers, but will also implement the president's executive order at their own discretion to ensure that those entering the United States do not pose a threat to the U.S. or its people. Mombiwa Roy, Sunday Live.